Hello everyone, Marcus here. In the previous video, we reviewed the contents of Clause 7 of ISO 9001:2015 standard, support. This element includes 5 main subclauses: resources, competence, awareness, communication, and documented information. This element is pretty long, so I broke it into a few videos. Let's start from the first, Resources section 7.1, and focus on the subclause 7.1.1 General. The standard tells us that the organization shall determine and provide the resources needed for the establishment, implementation, maintenance, and continual improvement of the QMS, considering A, the capabilities of and constraints on existing internal resources, and B, what needs to be obtained from external providers. To address these requirements, we have to consider two stages: the establishment and implementation of a system and the maintenance of an existing system. Both stages require consideration of the organization's capabilities. Can we do it? Constraints on the internal resources. What stops us from making it happen? And consideration of external service providers if we do not have sufficient staff or it's just more economical at this time to outsource the process. So let's start with capabilities. Let's say we need to establish a QMS, and Jessica implemented one in her previous job. So it looks like we have qualified internal resources to implement a QMS. But now constraints come. We spoke with Jessica about the QMS, and she said it was a great idea, but she was up to her cute eyeballs in suppliers, and she didn't have time for anything else. Now it's time to consider external service providers. Can we hire a consultant to establish and implement our QMS? This approach appears to be a good option for resolving internal constraints to get the job done. We should apply the same considerations to the maintenance stage when the system is established. One of the triggers for evaluation of resources needs is the management review. It is a requirement of the standard. Resources needs also can come from business reviews, customer and internal audits, and other inputs. Speaking of audits, not long ago I audited a company that was 2 years late with their internal audit schedule. When I asked why it happened, the answer was that they lost their internal auditor and did not replace her. In this situation, the company did not provide sufficient resources to maintain its QMS, which is a nonconformity. Now the question is, against which clause should we document this nonconformity? Of course, the first thought is against the internal audit clause. The company did not follow the audit schedule. But what if you observed other instances of insufficient resources? In this case, the better element for the nonconformity would be 7.1.1, which requires the organization shall provide the resources needed for the maintenance of the QMS. To summarize, we have covered element 7.1.1, general resources of the ISO 9001 standard. In the following video, we will talk about the next clause, 7.1.2, people. As I promised in the beginning, here is your link to our free downloads. Go to the Academy page on our website and look for your complimentary templates. This is all for today, folks. Thank you for subscribing, likes, and comments. Your support helps us promote our Lean QMS project. If you wish to learn more about Lean ISO management systems, check out my book, The Lean Revolution. You will find a link to it on Amazon below. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for the following videos. I hope to see you then.